All right, everybody. SAFC Fans TV. I'm Shaun Middleton. And unfortunately, Sunderland have just been beaten 2-1 at home to MK Dons in the league. And I'm with Michael Bowers and Conrad Lee. Very, very disappointing day for Sunderland Football Club. The team selection seemed okay, but where did it all go wrong? Michael Bowers, I'll start with you.
I'm not irate. I'm speechless and stunned for words there. Where did it go wrong? Okay. Well, I know that. Well, I'm trying to think how I can word this. That is for me the worst type. That's easily the worst. Obviously, with being a loss, that's easily the worst result of the season that we've had by a country distance. You take the lead in a game that's where, and bearing in mind, Peterborough lost today. That was a great chance to close the gap to Peterborough. Yeah. But as usual, decided not to take it. I want to get this out of the way first and foremost. Congratulations to MK Dons. Brilliant result for them. I'm sure they'll be absolutely buzzing, and rightly so. However, we gift-wrapped the win for them. We absolutely gift-wrapped it. We took the lead. Okay, you can say that it was a deflection, it was lucky. Well, I don't really care, to be honest. We took the lead. You manage it. Manage the game. We showed MK Dons far too much respect after going in front. The goal itself, the equaliser, I did actually say that I did question Matthews. Now, having watched it back, yeah, okay, fair enough. He was stretching across the goal to get to it. For me, that was poor in the air from Bailey Wright and Grant Ledbetter. There's no way that Cameron Drum should be beating two Sunderland players to the ball there. Yeah. Absolutely disgraceful. But the penalty annoyed me even more because you've just cut. I think I would have thought Parkinson should have been laying into them at half time, and clearly based on that second half, he didn't bother to lay into them at half time. When you look at the fact we kicked off the second half, and we conceded the penalty within 2 minutes. How do you do that? How on earth do you do that?
Michael, do you think Parkinson now? Do you think after this result, do you think the pressure is really on him big time now?
Got to be. And I've been a Parkinson defender throughout this season, but I'll tell you what, would I say I'm Parkinson out? I can't wholeheartedly say I'm Parkinson out, but I don't blame people for saying that. People who are Parkinson out, if there's a better manager, I wouldn't be against changing it now because we're only 3 points off second, even though we should be 0 points off second, really.
I was looking at the tables there, Michael. Actually, we've played 11 games on 21 points, 6th position. So we're 4 points off top, but it's just a massive. It's not. Michael, I'll just go to Conrad. Conrad, obviously the game's finished and the Wild fuming. Do you think Parkinson? He's picked the team. The players didn't perform. Do you think Parkinson's got to take responsibility and the players? And do you think his days are numbered now with Sunderland boss Phil Parkinson's?
I'd like to say his days are numbered. I think that's sort of. As Jack Dodds put it the other day, that's the camel that broke the straw's back for me. It's just, I don't know, just the team, when it came up on there, I did question the keeper, but again, you said Burge was injured on there. That's probably the best back three we could have scrambled together maybe on there just because of 09's experience in playing. And what was the first part of the question you said in there? Were they just not performing? Well, yeah, I'd say it's just not performing. That was probably our first team, bar McLaughlin and Flanagan maybe on there. And apart from the first 15, 20 minutes where we looked like we were actually having a run out at them, we just didn't bother. We just sort of settled back into it once, especially when they scored. We just sort of sat back and went, all right, you's come to us kind of thing. We'll play that way. And then second half, like Mike said, we just didn't wake up. We were just like, right, lads, remember, just keep it tight. Yeah, keep it tight. Oh, we've given away a penalty. What was it, 30 seconds in, gone.
You think, we took the lead, Conrad. How can you take the lead? As Michael said this in the live stream, we took the lead. What do you think? Where did it go wrong from there? Obviously they equalised, and then they just went on from there. Is that the problem with the players' mentality? It's not acceptable, really, is it? This was a must-win.
It's exactly like you say. So the amount of times we've said this season, last season, multiple seasons, when we get one up, we never kill off a game. Apart from that little spell last year with Wickham and was it Rochdale last year where we were 3 or 4-0 up by 20 minutes or so, we never kill teams off. And at that point, we were the better team. And instead of us being like, right, we've got 1-0 up on here. Let's go for the second. You know what I mean? Let's take it to them. We sort of went, right, just keep it calm. Let's sort of, let's see what they respond with. Let's stop worrying what they're doing and just absolutely go for it. Like even at the end there, when we were like 2-1 with a couple of minutes to go, just go for it. I'd rather lose 3-1 trying to save something out of the game than.
I'm just going to Michael a second. Sorry, Conrad. I'm just going to Michael there. Michael, Phil Parkinson, right? It's becoming very hard to stick up from now. I admit that now. He made subs in the 67th minute, the 72nd, and the 86th. He made 3 subs, but did he make the subs too late to make an impact on the game?
The only one I would argue that's not the case is Maguire, but that isn't. Wait, what was it? The 67th minute he made the first one.
Was the first sub. 72.
Right, okay. Well, obviously everybody knows that really annoys me that when I've seen stuff like that. And it isn't just Parkinson. Jack Ross did this towards the end of his reign as well, to be fair to him. But for me, yes, that is too late, because as much as I've said with Parkinson that subs should be coming on around about the 65 minutes, that's when we're drawing the game. The second we went 2-1 down, that was when you think, right, get Maguire on. He could have a bit of creativity about him. Maguire, I didn't think was that great today either. I think when he came, I think he needed to step up a bit more than he did. But why does he wait? Why on earth does he? Why does he wait?
That was 20 minutes after they scored. 20 minutes being 2-1 down.
Wait? I don't get it. Like, and it was too easy for MK Dons to sit back once they got in front. We didn't bother. And it's not that I don't think we couldn't. I just don't think we tried hard at. Well, okay, maybe that's me being reactionary. I don't think that we showed the application necessary to really get at them. And with all due respect, if we'd really got at them, I think we could have won the game. If we'd got at them, we could have at least got something from the game. Why Parkinson decides to wait until it's too late when things aren't going our way is ridiculous. And that's enough alone for a lot of people to say Parkinson out, and I can't blame them.
Conrad, back to you. Do you think maybe, I'm just trying to think, are we overreacting a little bit, or do you think this is definitely a bad defeat and it's a bit worrying? I mean, Peterborough lost today, so that's a massive missed opportunity. So do you think it's a case of, it is worrying, we should have won today, or are we overreacting because we had 2 players on international duty? Or do you think, what's your thoughts on that?
It's been 3 seasons of missed opportunities. I remember when we were in the first season in League One, sat with my mate at the ground, sitting there going, we're drawing 1-1 again, but look, Luton are getting beat, or Barnsley are drawing on here. We like so many times in that season alone, we could have been above them just for like a weekend or so, just to put the pressure back on them. It always seemed like we're chasing them. We're putting the pressure then on ourselves to have to win games like MK Dons. We hadn't balls it up against Rochdale or nicked their goal against Charlton, we'd be sitting at this game going, I'd take a point. We're top of the league. I'd take it. We'd be all right. Like, just hold them back kind of thing. We seem to just, this pressure that we put on ourselves, the players, this is not fans or anything like that. The pressure they seem to struggle with when a result is expected, it's just getting a bit too much now. This is 3 seasons of this where we've gone, today's the big game. You've got to perform today. And they don't. Like, whereas then, like Michael said in videos before, when we lose points away at Rochdale or Gillingham last year or Bristol Rovers, then of course we then bottle it later on and we're still behind them. Do you know what I mean? We should be miles ahead.
Yeah, Michael, I'm sort of mentioning Max Power. What's your thoughts on Max Power and Will Grigg today? Will Grigg keeps on, a lot of people say if he gets the service, he'll score the goals. And people say Max Power is deserved captain. Well, after today's performance, I don't know how anybody can stick up for them today. What's your thoughts on it, Michael?
Both of them were very poor today, but it's not just exclusively down to them two that we lost the game. It's a collective effort. We had, like I said earlier, we were in front in the game. Max Power and Will Grigg didn't decide to go and not bother to beat Cameron Jerome to a header for the equaliser. Yeah. To be fair, Power did concede the penalty. That is on it. I don't know what on earth Power was doing there. I can't stick up from there. It's ridiculous. Like, the ball is going away from our own penalty box. Why does he decide to? I mean, I know it's easy for us to say this now, but yes, why does he decide to go and try and clip at the air when there's nothing to, when there's no chance he's going to get the ball? There's absolutely no chance.
Not only that, he air kicked the first one. He's a professional footballer who air kicked the first one, which then put him in the position to hoof their player instead of getting to the ball.
As much as I'll admit, right, Max Power deserved a lot of stick, fair enough, because he conceded the penalty. But I don't think he deserves any more stick than what a lot of the other players did, because nobody stood up and took responsibility today. Absolutely nobody.
Right, lads, just quickly, I know it's been a bad day. It's our second leg defeat of the season. It's not great. We're all hungry, and I'll probably drink a few beers and eat and get drunk and just try and forget about it. But is there any light at the end of the tunnel? Who do you thought stood out today? Conrad, I'll go to you first. Anybody stood out?
No one really stood out at all for me. They were all equally as bad as each other. I'd say Charlie White didn't have a bad game, but we never got anything to him. I will say, if you asked me 10 minutes into the game who I thought was having a good game, I'd have said Grigg. He was chasing people down. He won that ball back off the defender and created a chance for us. You asked me at the end of the game, he shouldn't play for Sunderland again. You cannot stand under the goal line 2 yards out with a tap in and just let the ball go across yourself. Like, this is £4 million of a striker who we gave, like, I'll admit, we don't give him a lot of chances a game. We gave him a 2-yard tap in with about 15 minutes to go. And he just let it go past him. Not even, I don't even know if he just made a little contact and it scooped out. It didn't go out for a goal kick. So I don't think he touched any of it. It was going out for a throw until Gooch got it. No, sorry, that's me.
Quickly, Michael, just wrap it up for the match review. Is there anybody who stood up for you today?
Myself for getting 2,000 subscribers. That's it.
Yeah, Michael Bowers is the standout player today.
Thanks very much to everybody who has subbed to us. It's incredible. But as for the game, no. And the only thing that for me is when you've got to. I did say I would take 7 points from MK Dons, Doncaster, and Fleetwood. Obviously, we can't get that now, which I'm now not happy with. But you've got to beat Doncaster and Fleetwood for me to be remotely satisfied. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether we think the team's good enough.
Right, thanks lads. That's pretty much it. That's the match review done for Sunderland vs MK Dons. Thanks Michael, thanks Conrad, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday bunch for myself, Conrad Lee, Michael Bowers. Please subscribe to our channel. I'm trying to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's free, absolutely free. Please help us get there. Bad day at the office, but we'll go again.
A few bad days at the office now.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Cheers now.